Howdy folks, Max Mogren here. I apologize if the wind blows in the camera a bit. This is Wyoming, it's windy here. Topic today, 11 tips to survive depopulation. Now depopulation is a sensitive subject. Most people don't know anything about it. Some people think there's like this grand conspiracy to kill off several billion people. And then there's kind of people in the middle like myself that just acknowledge, there's a lot of bad food out there, bad water, bad medicines, and stuff that is not good that we are exposed to. The number one cause of sickness and death, in addition to stress, is the gradual accumulation of toxins in your body. And stress does that too. The cortisol, the stress hormone, your body's not running properly if you're stressed. So the gradual accumulation of toxins in your body is the number one cause of sickness and death on the planet. These are 11 things you can do to improve your chances of surviving depopulation. Number 1, avoid fluoride. That's simple. Fluoridated toothpaste, mouthwash, that stuff is bad. Don't brush your teeth with poison. And on the same vein, soaps, shampoos, conditioners, detergents, lotions, avoid toxic ingredients there. Use the all-natural stuff. Your skin is your biggest organ. It's your body's biggest organ. So don't slather poison on your biggest organ, right? Keep it natural. Dr. Bronner's coconut oil is the best lotion. Use that. Don't slather your skin up with a bunch of crap. And especially don't brush your teeth with poison. Number 2, filter your water. All right, there's fluoride in a lot of the water supply. In the U.S., 70% of the water supply is fluoridated. There's mercury, there's lead, there are pharmaceutical drugs, pesticides, frac fluids. Depending on where you are, if the water doesn't taste good, odds are it's not good for you. And even if it does taste good, there could be stuff lurking in there. Get a good filter. Get one that takes out fluoride and mercury. And on the same vein, stay hydrated. Most people are dehydrated all the time. Drink more water than you think you need, because water is the universal solvent. It is essential for your body to properly process toxins out through your kidneys. So stay hydrated, filter that water. Number 3, if you're going to eat, you got to eat. Eat safe food. Avoid aspartame, neotame, genetically modified foods, stuff that's been sprayed with pesticides, stuff that's been, animals that have been injected with growth hormones. Come on, you don't want to eat that. It's common sense. Avoid junk food. It's more expensive, but eat organic. If you can, and it's pretty easy, try to grow your own food. Get together with your community. Start a food co-op. But don't eat junk food. Don't eat fast food. Remember the movie Super Size Me? That guy almost died just from eating McDonald's. This stuff is garbage. So don't eat junk. Eat safe food. Number 4, filter your air at home and at work. If you have a good air filter in your bedroom, and let's say you work in an office, you have good air filter at work and at home, you're spending the majority of your life breathing clean air. That's better than most people do. Between Fukushima, the geoengineering programs, whatever the hell else is being sprayed in the air these days, pesticides, just regular old pollution from coal power plants and such, you don't want to breathe that. So good air filter at home, at work. Breathe clean air while you sleep. I try not to get all hung up on the chemtrail thing. I try not to let it ruin my day, but I also recommend, if it looks like a heavy chem day, go to the gym. Don't go for a 30-mile run on a day when they're spraying a lot. Number 5, EMF detection and protection. Electromagnetic fields, electromagnetic radiation, electrosmog, dirty electricity. Call it what you want to. It's bad. It causes cancer, causes all sorts of mental and physical health problems. Don't expose yourself to unnatural electromagnetic fields. Avoid it as much as you can. Shut off your Wi-Fi router at night while you're sleeping. Get rid of the smartphone, or at least don't sleep with it next to your bed, or keep it in your pocket. Put it into airplane mode when you're not using it. There are affordable pieces of equipment out there to test for this stuff and to mitigate it. On the same vein, number 6, sleep well and de-stress. You need 8 hours a night, unless you're like some yogi guru meditator, which I'm not. I need my 8 hours. Your pineal gland, your third eye, the most important regulatory gland in your brain, releases melatonin, the sleep antioxidant, impacted by electromagnetic fields. So if you've got a Wi-Fi router and a smartphone and a laptop near you while you're sleeping, odds are you're not sleeping as well as you could, because your pineal gland is getting all this weird fucking feedback. And if you want to sleep well and you want to not have nightmares and stuff, you got to stay positive. Number 7, stay positive no matter what. It's so easy to get depressed in the world today with all the bullshit out there, all the seemingly insurmountable problems. But remember, for every problem, there's a solution. This free energy technology exists. People are waking up every day to what's really going on in the world. And stress, cortisol is the stress hormone. Cortisol shuts down your immune system, shuts down your growth and repair in your body, and it's awful. So don't stress, don't worry. It's hard to do. I struggled with that for years. Now, I'm doing all right. Whatever the future holds, I'm ready for it, because I've got a positive attitude. Number 8, a great way to stay positive and de-stress is to stay active. You got to work out. We did not evolve to sit in cubicles or sit in front of a computer clicking a mouse. We evolved to be out having fun outside, moving our bodies. And if you're not exercising every day, even if it's just going for a walk or doing some yoga, stretching out, maybe lift a few weights, whatever you enjoy, do it more. You can't be healthy if you're lazy and you're just sitting around. And staying active, sweating is a great way to clear toxins. It's a great way to improve your overall physical, mental, and spiritual health. Number 9, build community and friendships with people who are good for you. This depopulation thing, the problems that we as a species face, as a civilization face right now, there's no one person on their own is going to solve them. The only way to make positive changes is together. And the only way to survive through trying times, an uncertain future and potential civil unrest or social upheaval or food shortages or whatever the hell the future brings, because nobody really knows, is a strong community. Make your community stronger. Give to the people around you, and you'll get back everything you give. I promise you that. It's karma. It's the fucking law of the universe. Whatever you put out there comes back to you. It's really cool how it works. So the more generous you are, the more friendly you are, the more honest you are, the more hardworking and community-minded you are, the stronger your community is, the more important you are to that community, and the more likely you are to survive depopulation. Number 10. This one's arguably the most important. Help expose corruption. Sorry if the wind's getting a little crazy. Wyoming's windy. But corruption, whether there's some grand conspiracy to kill off billions of people or it's just our collective ignorance that has us shitting where we eat, there are some people making incredible amounts of money, becoming very powerful by screwing other people. Whether they're politicians, corporations, banksters, mainstream media, talking heads, corrupted researchers in the medical industry, geoengineers trying to play God with the planet. I mean, look, people are playing God with the food supply, with genetically modified foods. People are playing God with the weather through geoengineering. People are playing God with other people's lives, playing like Zeus with drone warfare, dropping bombs. People are playing God. People are corrupt. The only way to stop them is to expose them, Dark is not the opposite of light. It's a Beastie Boys quote. Dark is not the opposite of light, it's the absence of light. When you shine light into these dark corners, when you expose these people who are doing wrong, it works, The truth is the greatest weapon for crushing corruption and for changing the world in a beneficial way that will allow you and your friends to survive depopulation. That's 10. Number 11, I guess I'd say, Medicine, well-rounded medicine, well-rounded understanding and approach to medicine. We all know that the mainstream medical establishment is corrupted by its profit-driven nature. We all know that the researchers and the pharmaceutical companies are in bed, and their goal, above all else, is profit. Healthcare is the largest segment of the U.S. economy behind military spending, and I think it's like 1.6 trillion, growing by about maybe 10-12% annually. I don't know the exact statistic, but it's growing, it's huge, it's very profitable, and it makes money when you are sick. The sicker you are, if you have a long-term condition that needs to be managed, that's great. The medical establishment's happy to just keep throwing pills at you for all the different side effects. They're not side effects, they're effects. You take a pill for your headaches and it gives you runny bowels. Then you take a pill for headaches and runny bowels and it gives you heart palpitations. These are just examples. But it seems like the majority of the medical establishment's goal is to get people on as many pills as possible and bankrupt them. Not all doctors are bad. Not all prescription drugs are bad. Not all vaccinations are bad. But some of them are. And it's important to have a well-rounded approach to medicine and acknowledge the fact that marijuana cures cancer. It was the #1 prescribed pharmaceutical for dozens of conditions prior to the corrupt lobbying that led to its criminalization, 80 years ago. And there are a lot of things like that. I'll put a link to a really good book, The Body Electric, down below. Electromedicine. All sorts of different approaches to medicine that have been tested for thousands of years. The whole pharmaceutical thing has developed over the last 100. And look at how badly people have fucked up the world in the last 100 years. The medical establishment is a reflection and a contributor to that collective fucking up. So, well-rounded medicine, number 11.